One of the biggest struggles in the Communication Studies IA is selecting a theme and a topic. Students often struggle with this simply because they just don't know what they're doing.
Father God, what is it?
You want to think of your theme like an umbrella, and your topic is a person or persons under that umbrella. Think of your theme like, say, fruits, and your topic could be apples, bananas, pineapples. Your theme is your big idea and your topic is your focus. The topic should essentially answer the question, what exactly am I researching? Examples of themes and topics in the sense of the Communication Studies IA would be like sports in Jamaica, and your topic may be exploring the evolution of track and field in Jamaica. Or a theme could be tertiary education in Trinidad and Tobago, and your topic be investigating tertiary education access for low-income households in some place Trinidad and Tobago. Or the theme could be the field of technology in Barbados, and your topic be investigating the impact of AI on learning in a particular secondary school in Barbados. It doesn't matter what you choose, just ensure that it is relevant to the Caribbean, and when it's time to do some research, there's actual material available. For this example, I'll select the Caribbean film industry as my theme, and for my topic, let's say exploring challenges and opportunities in the Caribbean film distribution faced by Jamaican filmmakers. Now that, and I'm assuming you have selected your theme and topic, let's set up your page. You can choose any word processor you're comfortable with, and here's a checklist. If you've got all of these, then you're good to go for your page setup. You want to ensure that your font is set to Times New Roman size 12. You want to also ensure that you have your page in double-line spacing with no spaces before and after paragraphs. When crafting your general introduction, prioritize content over perfection in your initial draft. You want to aim for brevity while focusing on key elements. Since the 200-word limit demands conciseness, in the first 100 words, introduce your theme and topic and state your purpose for choosing the topic. You want to clearly state your motivation and what you hope to achieve. In the next 50 words, outline your paper's structure and its significance. You want to highlight why the exposition and reflection matter, emphasizing what readers will gain from them. In the last 50 words, you want to articulate how the topic aligns with your academic, career, and personal interest, whether directly or indirectly. Consider my example theme, the Caribbean film industry. An indirect academic interest could be, as a communication studies student, this process will help my critical thinking skills. It's indirect because it doesn't directly relate to your theme. On the other hand, a direct interest might be, as a student of animation and games development, this process could be beneficial in my studies. And I'll provide one of these wherever necessary. And if you need any extra resources, they're just a click away in the description box below. Back to the template. Of course, after filling in the blanks, you'll need to refine it so that it sounds great, because this kind of dry, I'm not gonna lie. So the theme of this research is blah blah blah, focusing on the topic, yada yada yada. The researcher chose this topic because Then, in your second paragraph, the findings of the research are presented in the exposition, bearing data from insert your predominant primary source and your predominant secondary source. This helps the researcher to gain sufficient information to better understand and gain insight into the topic. Of course, you're free to change that sentence however you see fit. The reflection provides a concrete representation of the theme and topic. This makes visualizing and getting a grasp of the probe easier. That's your second paragraph. For your third paragraph, as a student of blah blah blah, this research process has helped yada yada yada. Furthermore, as an inspiring whatever you want to do, this research will be helpful in yada yada you. And finally, as a person who enjoys whatever you like, this research will daddy daddy die. This was my final paragraph 1 after adding my hook and, of course, refining the template. I started with a bold statistic. I said that in 2022, the Korean film industry raked in a staggering 1.7 trillion Korean won, equivalent to approximately 200 billion Jamaican dollars. The theme for this portfolio is the Caribbean film industry. It investigates challenges and opportunities faced in film distribution by Jamaican filmmakers. Film, especially Caribbean cinema, holds great financial potential. This research delves into challenges faced by Jamaican filmmakers in global distribution, aiming to propose innovative solutions to thrust Caribbean film towards a bright future. There you go, that's my paragraph 1. For paragraph 2, I said that this research presents its findings in the exposition bearing data from interviews and newspaper articles. This helps enhance comprehension. The reflection then provides a concrete representation of the theme and the topic. This makes the probe relatable by bridging the gap between data and the theme. Furthermore, an analysis of the reflection reveals the use of 2 language conventions, attitudes towards language, and language registers. First, you can choose any 2 of the 4 language conventions which are available in the syllabus, and I'll get into that a bit later. For my final paragraph, I said, as a student of Communication Studies, this endeavor enriches my critical thinking skills. It nurtures my creative thinking abilities and holds the potential to shape my future career in film development. Moreover, as a film enthusiast, this research promises to be an enjoyable and enlightening process. That's my general introduction. For your exposition, this is a 10-minute speech where you'll discuss your topic and, of course, evaluate your sources. The general breakdown is where you'll have an introduction, a body, and a part or section where you'll evaluate your sources, then conclude your speech. In your introduction, you want to state your theme and topic, the purpose for choosing that topic, and state 2 things that you will talk about in your speech. You also want to talk about the limitations that you face during the research process. For more on the expository piece, check out the video linked in the top right corner of the screen or check the description box below. Your reflective piece is an original piece that is 800 words long. It must be related to your theme and it must focus on 2 language conventions from the 4 listed in the syllabus. The 4 listed in the syllabus are dialectal variation, language register, communicative behavior, and attitudes towards language. Here are some examples of genres which you can choose. You could choose something easy like short stories or poems. Short stories and poems are easy to get up to the 800 words. Poems especially because you have the luxury of repeating stanzas. The ones that I've listed as on the fence are non-fiction pieces because while you may have no issue getting it up to 800 words, finding 2 language conventions to focus on that will fit well with them may be a bit difficult for some people. And lastly, the one that I said is a bit difficult would be dramas and plays, and of course this is just my subjective opinion, and this is because there's a specific way to write dramas and plays that not many people are familiar with since playwriting isn't widely taught in high school. Your preface is an introduction to your reflective piece and it's 200 words long. It will introduce your theme and topic and the title of your reflection. It will also tell us about the literary genre which you chose and why you chose that. You'll also have a brief summary of that reflective piece and who you intend this reflective piece for and where or how this intended audience will access this reflective piece. So, a template once again. The theme of this research is blah blah blah, focusing on the topic blah blah blah. Now the reflective piece is, say, maybe a story or a poem, and the researcher thought a poem or story was best because blah blah blah. The piece tells the story of somebody who done that, and it is intended for, say, young adults ages blah 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 blah. and will be presented on various social media platforms because blah blah blah. Your analysis is a 350-word script where you will analyze 2 language conventions used in your reflective piece, and you'll speak about how they were used and basically how they enhance your piece.